Filming a morning tea video. Hey Snapchat, good morning. All right. Bye. Welcome to another episode of Morning Tea where we sit in our sleepwear and discuss current events. My name is Wahima, but just call me Wah.
Melanated!
So, let's jump into today's topic. So Fox News was supposed to have a Republican debate on March 21st, but Trump declined, so they had to cancel the debate. They did, because Rubio dropped out, so it's only Kasich, Cruz, and Trump that are now running, and they can't really have a debate between Cruz and Kasich. They have to have at least 3 people, I'm sure. I don't know if that's a rule, but I'm just making that up. Anyways, Trump declined. He's like, no, I don't have to. He doesn't have to do any more debates. He just has to do rallies. Like, he doesn't have to do any more debates. And as we know, last week, his rally in Chicago turned into violence. There were some protesters who got there, and they were met with his rally folk, the people, Trump supporters, and they got into a scuffle. And so, actually a big fight, not a scuffle. And Trump canceled the rally so that the fighting would stop, but the fighting did not stop. So a lot of critics are saying that Trump should have known that something that was going to happen, especially in a city like Chicago that's very diverse. And he's going to have a lot of people who do not like him. Like, he can get away with stuff like that in Arkansas and places where he has a huge supportive base, but in places like Chicago, which are fairly progressive and diverse, that you're not going to get away with spreading that kind of rhetoric. I really do wonder what, like, when I look at the Trump supporters, they're not all white redneck hillbillies, you know? Most of them are white for sure, but not all of them. And I wonder about the minorities who are there. I wonder if if they self-identify as white, or if they're white passing. I mean, not the black people, obviously the Hispanic people. But I just wonder, even with the black people, like, I wonder who they are and why they support Trump, and why they feel that because he says whatever, that he's going to be more honest. He's not. I mean, he definitely does subscribe to a lot of racist ideals and propaganda, you know. I at least want somebody to pretend that they're not racist. And that's the thing. He doesn't pretend that he's not racist. Like, I don't know. That's just me, though. Okay, so another thing that is happening in the world is Argentina sunk a Chinese vessel the other day for fishing in their waters. Apparently, there was this Chinese vessel that was trying to fish in Argentina water, and the Argentina Coast Guard was like, stand down. So they were in this chase with them, and then finally the Chinese vessel decided to turn off all their lights and come towards them and ram them as though they were going to get into a boat accident. But the Argentinian Coast Guard just shot the hull of the ship, so it sunk. And they got 4 crew members. They said they were on the ship, but the Chinese are saying that there were 28 crew members, and that the Argentinian government only got 4 of them. So they're working now with the embassy to see what's going on. The Chinese government is doing an investigation to make sure that whatever. I'm just such an odd thing. I would never even because I'm an American and everything seems to center around America. In my mind, I was like, Argentina and China, they know each other, which is completely U.S. centric of me. And forgive me for those of you who are international watchers, but honestly, I feel like some of the international watchers expect more from me than what they should, because honestly, I have to look to find information about other countries, look. Whereas you guys get pumped American information and other information throughout the world. It takes effort for me to find information about other countries and what's going on. And so most of the time I don't do it. Everything that I talk about and say is coming from a very American-centric point of view. I'm going to do my best, and I definitely do try to offer world views on things. So that's one of the things, China and Argentina. I know I sound dumb, but it is what it is, and I accept that. So here's another story that I find to go along with sort of American centricism. That's not a word, but I'm going to call it that. American-centric or U.S.-centric ideals. So this American kid goes to North Korea via China. I guess he's in some program in China, and then the Chinese government have some sort of program that allows like foreigners to come into North Korea. Now, why any foreigner, any person that is from a democracy or a republic or any kind of like non-communist dictatorship would want to go to North Korea, I have no idea. None. But this child, this white male American, goes to North Korea, and the hotel he's staying in, he steals a banner from the hotel that has some sort of North Korean like slogan on it, and they arrest him at the airport. And then they get him to confess, and probably under duress for sure, they get him to confess, I quote, "I should not have never been lured by the United States administration to commit a crime in this country." So it was a crime for him to steal that poster from the hotel room. But also, like, they got him to admit that the U.S. had somehow sent him in to do that. Like, I mean, what does North Korea think this is? Like, he's a CIA agent? Like, yeah, there was, like, they think that he was sent by the CIA or, you know, a U.S. government to go in there and steal that slogan. No, he wasn't. He's just a stupid kid with a huge hubris and a very American ideal, and he thought that he could just do it and it would be funny, and look what I stole from North Korea. And now he's gonna get 15 years hard labor. So stupid. I mean, of all, like, I mean, that's like, to think that he could go into a communist country who has contentious relationships with the U.S. and then steal something from the hotel. Like, I can do it. Look how cool I am. And now he's getting 15 years. And then they get him to confess the U.S. government sent him to do it. Like, that is such a stupid thing. Like, everyone's stupid in this scenario. I mean, I hope his family's rich, and I hope his family has some kind of pull, because and then when he gets home, they should beat him. He should get a public caning by his family for being stupid. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is Obama. So the last thing I want to talk about today is Obama nominates Merrick Garland to take Scalia's place in the Supreme Court. So the drama behind that is that Republican Congress has been saying that they're going to block Obama. Whoever he puts forth, they're going to block them because they feel like the new president, whoever comes in 2017, should be able to appoint a Supreme Court justice. And Obama's like, no, I'm still a president for the next however many months, so I'm going to continue to be a president for however many months, and as part of my presidential duties to nominate a justice, and so I will. And I'm going to nominate this guy, and I'm going to continue doing my job. So senators, you should continue doing your jobs. I nominate this person. You guys should vote him into office. Cool. So basically, they're also saying that because Justice Garland, or supposed Justice Garland, is such a moderate, and he's gotten, pat on the backs from Republicans and Democrats alike, that he should be a likely candidate, because the Republicans shouldn't vote against Obama on this, because they do like Garland. They like him, so it should be fine. But it's just such an interesting thing that they're like, no, whoever gets the nomination should be Glenn. Like, Republicans you have your own fires to put out, dude, like GOP, so like, just chill and try and tell Obama what to do. You need to look in your own house, because your own house is on fire. Speaking of that, I mean, I think the magic number is like 12,000 and something, but Trump needs to get 1,200. He needs to get 1,237 delegates, I believe it is, in order to be the nominee, in order to secure the nomination. And Republicans are doing what they can to stop that. Even they want to tell Kasich to get out of the race so that Kasich's voters can go to Cruz and they can kind of knock Trump out. But it's really looking like Trump is going to be the nominee. I mean, he like basically swept Kasich. I think Kasich, I know Kasich won Ohio, but I think that's the only state for yesterday's voting that didn't go to Trump. And Hillary definitely is probably going to be the nominee for the Democrats. But yeah, I mean, Hillary and Trump going toe to toe. Yo, what's that gonna look like? All right, guys, so that's the end of the episode for today. If you have any questions, comments, or concern, or would like to join the conversation, please leave a comment down below. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic day. Bye.